Good morning, everyone. We still have about 10 minutes left of morning, but we are going to go ahead and start our celebration this morning. My name is Terrence Graham. I'm the Associate Dean for International Programs here at Cal State Long Beach University, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here to the Earl Burns Miller Japanese Garden. I heard from many of the graduates today that even though they've been studying here for 4 or 5 years, it's their first time in the Japanese garden. We in the International Programs team can think of no better place to hold our annual celebration of our international graduates than the Japanese garden, which is a great symbol of Cal State being a globally engaged university. So if everyone can settle into their seats, we're going to start our program. And it is my honor to invite our interim provost, Dr. David Dowell, to start us off. David?
Thank you. We're gathered in this beautiful setting today to celebrate the degree completion of 85 international students. We're very proud of those students, and it's going to be a lovely ceremony. We have on campus about 3,000 international students in total, and about 2/3 of those are in programs leading to degrees. As the Chief Academic Officer of the university, I'm very mindful that those international students from 93 countries bring wonderful diversity that enriches everything that we do. It is a privilege to us that those students have chosen to come to the university here. What they bring so deepens and enriches our work, the variety of perspectives and points of view that they bring to the classroom and outside of the classroom is wonderful. We live in a global world where we all must be engaged with the whole world in our futures, and it's very helpful to us. We hope that we provide, and I think we do provide them with value in return and a good experience. So it's wonderful that we're gathered here today to celebrate the degrees to these 85 international students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Provost Dowell. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our Associate Vice President for International Programs, Dr. Jeet Joshi, who has been so instrumental in making this a globally engaged campus. Dr. Joshi?
Thank you, Terrence. First of all, let me congratulate all of the graduates who have gone through a rigorous program of study, whether it is in engineering, business, the arts, performing arts, or whatever discipline that you have chosen. So congratulations to you, and a big hand to all of the graduates, please. I also want to congratulate all of the family members who have traveled from far to join this celebration. This is a week of celebration at Cal State University. Almost 10,000 students graduate, and among them are many of our international graduate and undergraduate students. As graduation marks the end of a program of study, it also is an opening of the door for many other possibilities for you. Whether you plan on going to graduate school for the undergrad students or pursue a career, those who are looking for jobs or those who are already in the professions, it is an advancement to your career. I wish you well, regardless of what you are planning on doing. I wish you well in your future endeavors. But do remember that your connection to California State University, Long Beach will never end. Please do come back, do write us back, do keep in touch with us. We would like to do that in the meantime, no matter where you are in the world. I know that some of you are planning to go back to your home country and pursue your career there. But regardless of where you are, we would like to be in touch with you. So please do leave us your address as you depart, from the university. And also that, we are in the process of forming many alumni chapters throughout the world. I was recently in the country of Oman, and I met a graduate there, and we're making headway to form an alumni chapter. We would like you to get connected through those, as well. As we have graduated many international students from around the world, as Provost Dowell said, currently we have 93 different countries represented right here in Long Beach. Our graduates are everywhere, and we would like you to get in touch with your fellow graduates, fellow alum from CSU Long Beach. So once again, I just want to congratulate all of you for all the hard work that you have done, the friends that you have made in Long Beach, and the connection that you have established with this university. Congratulations, good luck, and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Joshi. Now is a time when we hear from the students themselves. It's always important to have our students tell us their story about their experience at Cal State Long Beach University in their own words. And so we have asked two students to give brief remarks as we celebrate the commencement today. And I'd like to call them up if they can come closer here to the stand. Let's see, Abhimanyu, you're close, okay. Let's start off then with our representative of our graduate students. How many graduate students do we have out there today? Applause, applause, applause. There you go. Okay. Our graduate programs at Cal State Long Beach are an important part of our academics, and the latest numbers show that about 15% of our graduate students are international graduate students. So your contribution to the intellectual life at our graduate level is immense. So I'd like to invite Abhimanyu Narwal, who has completed his Master's of Science in Computer Science.
Hello, namaste, hola to all my peers, students, and faculty members. I, Abhimanyu Narwal from India, has humbled to addressing you as I pronounce my master's degree in computer science from CSULB. As I take this podium to address all the wonderful people out here, I feel privileged to have come across. I cannot help but let the immense sense of nostalgic wave take over me. What it like be? Those were my first words when I came here. But CSULB and the CIE has made it pretty easy throughout this journey. I was filled with a bolt of adrenaline rush and with the various opportunities in front of me, whereas at the same time was nervous about stepping outside the comfort of my home. Many of thoughts came to my mind, at the topmost being how I'll immense appetite without my mom's food. And now a flashback of the jubilant years. I was lucky to experience the joys and the memories that I made over here and the experience that I had over here. We all entered over here with a different background, ethnicity, but we come out as a collective unit from CSULB. It is the most cliche and the honest saying that started loving the people over here, the students from different countries, and we made so many friends, and that was like the biggest opportunity that CSULB has provided us with so many international students, which I don't think any other university in US will provide. Instructors, faculty advisors, CIE, students, everyone has helped everyone to come up with new things, to come up over the opportunities to the difficulties that we face, and it has been a perfect journey. One major part of CSULB is CIE, I guess, for all the international students. We owe a lot to the CIE members, especially the advisors, some of them who have left us. They were Melissa and Sasha, whom we miss a lot, but we still have a lot of them, Terrence, Ignacio, Heather, Sochi, a lot of them who has helped us being our advisors, guiding us at every point. how we need to do things, how we need to take our studies on, and they have been very helpful. In the end, I would like to take a moment to thank foremost the parents of the students and my parents who no matter whatever the situations have been supporting us, to the teachers who try to instill us a passion in us to study and to excel in our career, to CIE for making the college experience an amazing time and an amazing experience, to advisors who helped us to decide the path which we need to take, and not forgetting the friends who has been throughout us through the parties, through study sessions, and through every thick and thin. Without you, without each other, we don't think we would have been able to come so far and to become what we have become today. Because I believe that life, like society, is exactly what we make it. It is with the great pride we call CSULB family, and I hope it continues to be the same in the years to come. Go Beach. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu was the fearless leader of the International Student Association last year, so on top of all of his academic commitments, he was also organizing social events for international students here on campus. Our next speaker, representing our undergraduate students. How many undergraduates do we have out there today? All right. You know, we have actually more than 400 international students graduating now or finishing up their coursework in the summer, at 85 in attendance today. So it's a significant number of you all. So we're pleased that so many of you were able to join us today. Now representing our undergraduate students is a graduate from the College of Business with a Bachelor's of Science in International Business, Ping Zhao.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for all of you come to this beautiful garden for this beautiful event. And my name's Ping, and I'm from China. Very happy to have this opportunity to share my experience to all of you. 2 years ago, when I decided to come to CSULB, one of the reasons is because this school is close to the beach. But I didn't go to the beach even once during my first semester. And after 2 years studying in CSULB, I figured out this school is not only close to the beach. This school also has many, many good professors, good friends, and good co-workers. And I met some strict professors in this school. During my first semester, my first class in this school, I met a very, very strict professor. She gave me 0 on my essay part of the first exam. I feel so upset. I was like, I wrote a lot of words on that essay part. My ink from the pen at least could worth 1 point. How could you give me 0? Then I went to her office over, and I figured out the reason. So the first punishment of 0 on the essay part makes me go to her office over every week throughout the semester. And at the end of the semester, I became one of the best students in the class. And the same thing, life is hard. The same thing just happened into my last semester in CSULB again. And I joined a very strict professor's class. And the professor teared my paper apart in the second class meeting. I was upset as well. And I was trying to drop the class. But I decided, no, I'm gonna stay in this class. I'm gonna challenge myself. At the end of the semester, I became one of the best students in the class again. So what I want to share with all of you guys is, sometimes you need to push yourself hard. If you don't do that, you don't know how best you could be. I think my English is much better than my English in middle school and high school. The reason I said that is because when I was in middle school and high school, English always is one of my worst subject. And every exam's result is so bad. So every exam is telling me, Ping, you don't have the ability to learn English well. But I never give up. And I have a little dream in my heart, is one day I will speak English fluently. So what I want to say is, even though you have a small dream, even though it's small, don't give up. Because when your life came to an important point, for example, for me, when my life came to an important point, I got decided, should I just go work or should I go study abroad? And this little dream, which is speaking English fluently one day, helped me decided I'm gonna study in the US. I'm gonna learn English. I'm gonna achieve my dream, even though it's small. So don't give up your dream. And last thing I want to share with you guys is be patient. One of the most unforgettable experience in CSULB is my experience work with CIE. That job teaches me a lot. Teach me how to help others, how to be patient, how to, good customer relationships. And that job brings me a lot of good coworkers around me. And they're all from different countries. And then teach me how to understand different cultures. But the job is hard to get. When I try to apply this job, I visit the office several times. And they just told me, we don't need people right now, and you just come later. Then I come and again. And finally they told me, okay, you can leave your resume here because we will hire people in the summer. Then I left my resume there. And I thought, okay, maybe tomorrow they're gonna call me for an interview, but it's not happened in the next day. And I thought, okay, maybe they're gonna call me next week, but it didn't happen at all. So I almost gave up. I almost feel like there's no hope. But after 4 months, one day in the morning, I got a phone call from CIE. And they said, would you like to have an interview with us? I was so happy. I said, of course, I won. And I joined the interview and I got this job. So now is the graduation season. Everyone is gonna finish your school and go to get your job. I know a lot of you guys have maybe panic. Feels like someone already have a full-time job, but I don't have anything yet. So what I want to say is be patient. Life is long. And you should believe there's something for you. There's something belong to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ping. Let's hear it once again for our student speakers. That was very inspiring. I do want to give a shout out. We have some special guests here today from Tianfu University. If you guys can applaud. These are students from a partner university visiting for a 6-week program here at Cal State Long Beach. And they were very excited to see this International Student Commencement Celebration. So we're happy to have them here in the garden with us.
All right, we're going to now announce the 2015 class of international students for Cal State Long Beach. Our first student, Carolina Rosenberg. Monica Bajal. Vladislav Leonov. Marios Hartoshas. Saman Peseshki. Ahmed Kayat. Fuhad Al-Wuhaib.
Congratulations. Where are you from? Saudi Arabia. Wonderful. Congratulations. Saudi Arabia. Great.
Andre Lindberg.
Congratulations.
Sophia Newman. Kylie Kristen Toe.
Wonderful. Great.
Florian Tinscher.
Congratulations. Wonderful. What's in it?
Tra Nguyen.
Congratulations.
Jagadesh Rav.
Wonderful. What's in it?
Iha Karki. Bahar Ephraim. Jesse Lenhoff. Vaishnavi J. Typhoon Hekimoglu. Abhimanyu Narwal. Hatsui Nakamura. Yumi Suzuki. Hikari Oguma. Grace Wang. Hui Ting Huang, Jessica. Janice. Wing Yi Sheng. Ping Jiao. Ran Wen. Satish. Reddy Pinashpuri. Shrikar Kakumani.
Akil Kumar.
Oh my gosh, why did you say Akil?
Yeah, Akil.
Akil.
Chamikar Irasani.
Chamikar Irisani. Pavan Kumar Jangar. Venkat Ramreddy Kunta. Yiming Bu. Kanad Kavidas Jadhav. Pranit Patre.
Gaurav. Yeah, more.
Gaurav Moore.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sairam Sriramadas. Valerie Jawa. Did you say? Purna Suresh. Pilivi Mashwari. Jyoti Katari. Deep Shikha Sin. Manali Patil. Akshaya. Rushi Kesh Joshi.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Karthik Sivakotik.
Karthik Suvakotik.
Shah. Yeah.
Parth Shah. Ronak Savla. Himanshu Patel. And for our final student, Kamar Kumdar. Thank you to all the graduates and congratulations.
Congratulations. Where are you from? Oh, great. Wonderful.
What do we do with a group photo?
Bring them
Let's hear it for the 2015 class of international student graduates.